Okay, we're gonna try this video again. The last time I didn't even have my mic turned on, so I realized that. I looked over and my bar wasn't going up, so we're gonna try this again. The real reason women create chaos in their relationship. It's on this channel called It's God's Plan. I've already seen a few seconds into this video, but we're gonna restart again.
As we all know, men don't really need much to be happy. A major part of a man's happiness is peace and quiet. Women know this, but most simply can't give it to him, even if they want to be good wives. Why?
Okay, so I think the reason why is because women are so task oriented. I think it's baked into their DNA. Like they always got to be doing something. So they feel like they have to clean something or move something around or organize or do this or do that. And they feel like a man's supposed to be doing the work or doing work. But I think this literally goes back to like the hunter-gatherer days where women would go out and pick berries or do this or do that, organize or move stuff around the encampment. They would be working on like tanning a hide or whatever. I mean, way back then. And men, they would go out and sit for hours and they would sit and wait until their prey comes along, and then they would exert a bunch of energy, and then they would go get their hunt, and then they would come back. And I'm sure that there was more to the hunter-gatherer days than that, but I think this is where it bakes into men can sit for hours and women got to be doing something. So they feel like it. Women feel like if I got to do something, he should be doing something too. Like, why do I got to do this and he doesn't? But it's not that we won't. It's just because we're just, it's baked into us. We could just sit there and be content and be happy. That's why you see a bunch of like bachelor pads where literally it's just like a TV and a couch and not even no pictures on the wall. No, I mean, sometimes they don't even have that. Sometimes it's just a TV on the floor and a mattress on the floor or something. Like they're so simple. Men are simple and women are complex.
Because most women can't control their emotions. So,
They can't control their emotions either. That's a lot. I say most of them can't, but yeah, I think they have a hard time in managing their emotions, especially in a world where hormones influence emotions and our food influences our hormones and our hormones are all out of whack. So I think that it's getting worse and worse. But yeah, they have a hard time. Men do too, though. Men have a hard time. But it builds up. I think most men are silent about their emotions, and all of a sudden we have an explosion of emotion, and it comes out as anger, and it doesn't go so well. But I think that women have a hard time too, and it comes off as nagging or bitching, however you want to call it. I think that's the way it comes out, and it really is. They have a hard time managing their emotions, and they feel like, well, if I have to do this, why aren't you doing that? Once again, it goes back to, if you'll just tell us what you want us to do, we don't want to spend like all day doing little mundane tasks. We want to get something done and over with, and we want to go about our day and do what we want to do and sit in peace and quiet or do whatever we do. For me, I hang out in this room. I got a lot of stuff in here. I got music stuff. I've got video games. I've got this computer where I do these videos. I'm always trying to create some kind of content, but yeah, this is my happy place with what I like to do. But it's hard for women to sit and be content like this. They feel like they always got to do something or they're not productive.
they'd rather damage their relationships than deal with their feelings. This happens in more relationships than we would like to think. If that's not entirely clear, let's look at it this way. Picture this with me. A man being in silence for 1 hour straight.
Definitely doable. We can definitely sit for an hour straight in silence.
Okay, now let's picture a woman being silent for 1 hour straight.
I don't know. Women don't really have the ability to be very silent. No, like it's baked into them. They always got to talk, communicate. I think that goes back to the hunter-gatherer days too. Men would sit in silence and wait for their kill, wait for their prey to come along so they could hunt it, and then women had to communicate. It was a social gathering. That's why women like social things and men are okay with being alone. Yeah, women have to be social, so being quiet I don't think is easy for women to do, honestly.
Great. That's right, we can't. That is because most women like to do things day and night until it's time for bed. Because when women are doing random things,
This is going back to what I was saying just a couple of minutes ago about always doing things, little tasks. They're so task oriented, they can't help it. I think it goes back to hunter gatherer
they are
days.
not doing one very important thing, and that is sitting with their thoughts and emotions. Most men embrace solitude as a chance to reflect on life and make themselves better, while most women would consider this time as torture. I mean, I get
Not just torture. Women would consider that time unproductive, and women feel like they have to always be productive, like always.
it. Hearing what most women think about is pretty painful, right? Of course it is. It is to them as well. That's why, when there is nothing else to do, this type of woman will always stir something up. And having
There's definitely women like that out there.
the distraction of the drama takes them further away from their thoughts. Because peace is unbearable for them, she will create some chaotic interaction with him. They will do whatever it takes to not be alone with their thoughts and emotions, even to the point of robbing her husband of a major part of his happiness.
Wow. I haven't thought about it like that. I think they just have to be busy bees. They always got to be doing something. But that's a different take on it for sure. Tell me what y'all think. If anything I said was offensive, I apologize. But it's the way I see it. You know, women have their ways of doing things, and men have theirs. It's nothing against either one of them. It's just, I think it's baked into us, honestly.